The most painful fast food deaths ever.
Raise the roof.
What?
It was just another Saturday night in
these?
Harriman, Utah, a quiet suburb 30 minutes outside Salt Lake City. At a local Domino's, orders were taken, pizzas were baked, and both customers and employees alike conversed with each other.
Since I'm closing tonight, can I get the ox?
No.
Bro, please.
No.
So did the roof just fall on them?
No. Stop asking me. Just shut up and make pizzas.
My ox is so good, man. Just look. I got Lil Poomp, 6ix9ine, Diddy, and Beba.
Spend 10 racks on new chain. My Bella do cocaine. I forgot a name.
Bebopa?
Gucci gang.
Bedoa Booty. I also got you
Bedoa
Miles, man. Just
Booty.
please, dude. I want to be on ox tonight.
Shut up. Your taste sucks. That's why
Bedoa
your girl
Booty.
left you.
Oh.
Just make the f***ing pizzas.
Oh.
However, amidst all the friendly banter, an SUV tangled in a 3-car accident would veer off its course and smash directly into the Domino's pizza. And as if the crash itself wasn't bad enough, it would also rupture a hidden gas line underneath the building. Within seconds, fire erupted. Bystanders watched in shock.
How did it go from a car crash to swerving? Like, was the Domino's literally on the side of the street? Is there not normally like a parking lot before the building if it's on the side? Like, how did it go straight to the park? Now I might want to eat pizza today, bro. I have to save the pizza for tomorrow. Dagnabbit!
As flames consumed the vehicle. Inside, 2 people were trapped. That's when 2 courageous strangers risked their lives, pulling the driver and passenger out just minutes before the SUV was swallowed by the fire.
Okay.
As firefighters rushed in, trying to control the blaze, the building exploded.
Why did the firefighter go in there with an axe? Like, that was my question until, okay, wow. That's scary.
The blast tore apart the Dominoes, sending debris flying into the night sky.
Wait, it tore apart the Dominoes?
The blast tore apart the Dominoes.
I forgot it was a pizza place. I was thinking Domino's that was like these. Okay.
Sending debris flying into the night sky and causing significant damage to the businesses next door, a Jimmy John's and a Supercuts.
Goodness.
Miraculously, nobody was injured and everybody survived. Even the firefighters standing near the restaurant when it exploded managed to walk away unharmed. The Domino's, however, was reduced to rubble.
Oh, the other people beside it was
What had been a neighborhood pizza joint became the...
This was the... How what? Okay, so this just gives me even more questions. There wasn't a way to break at all? Like, I'm so confused. I'm actually very confused how we got, like, did they swerve off right over? You know, there's no point in thinking too hard about it. It happened, so I mean it had to be able to happen.
Epicenter of one of Harriman's most destructive accidents. The Mayo incident.
So wait, they said no one died though?
Causing significant damage to the businesses next door, a Jimmy John's and a Supercuts. Miraculously, nobody was injured and everybody survived. Even the firefighters standing near the restaurant when it exploded managed to walk away unharmed. The Domino's, however, was reduced to rubble. What had been a neighborhood pizza joint became the epicenter of one of Harriman's most destructive accidents.
At least no one died.
The Mayo incident. It was supposed to be just another quiet evening shift at a Subway near downtown Atlanta.
The Mayo incident?
The kind of Sunday where the streets slow down and customers trickle in for a late night sandwich. Inside,
did
2
someone
young employees
uphold because of mayo? Bro, if someone got a sandwich and it didn't have mayo, so someone uphold, that's gonna be
doing their jobs, making food, and chatting with regulars. As the customers sat down to enjoy their food, the door smashed open and a very odd-looking man walked up to the counter to order a sandwich.
No.
What happened next would quickly turn everybody's night into a complete nightmare. With what seemed like an insignificant and easily resolvable issue, tensions began to rise. The disagreement, which could have ended with a simple solution, instead festered, and the customer's anger built up until it boiled over. Words turned into threats. Threats turned into physical exclamations. And before you knew it, the psychopath pulled out a weapon.
I can see the future. He uphold because of mayonnaise.
In seconds, before anyone could react, fate was already sealed. The 26-year-old woman immediately collapsed behind the counter, unfortunately unresponsive, and her 24-year-old co-worker was also terribly struck, but they somehow clung to life. To make it worse, the victim's son was inside the store and witnessed all the horror unfold. Police later arrested the suspect, a 36-year-old man who lived just across the street. He was
Bro. And you're black. Why? Why?
charged with multiple felonies and later booked that same night. Investigators said the entire incident started simply because he thought there was too much mayo on his sandwich.
He got the mayonnaise. He got the mayonnaise. It was on the sandwich, but he got the mayonnaise. He had to be on something. There's no way he was sober. There's no way he was sober. Police were called in a restaurant near Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta.
Wild Wings.
If I lost my mom to mayonnaise, bro, I think mayonnaise would forever be a trigger. Like forever. Like it would always be a trigger, dog.
Was just after 5:30 p.m. at a Buffalo Wild Wings. It was just after 5:30 p.m. at a Buffalo Wild Wings in Burlington, Massachusetts. The dinner rush was minutes away, and employees were scrambling to prep the floor, the food, and the restaurant. That's when a simple routine cleaning would escalate into a complete catastrophe. You see, earlier that day, a worker had to mop the kitchen floor with a standard acid-based cleaner. Just a little bit later, another worker followed up with more mopping to prepare for the upcoming dinner rush.
Okay.
The only issue was that he was using a chlorine bleach product. The two chemical cleaners clearly state that they should never be mixed, and the employee had just begun mopping the entire floor.
Wait. So they made acid?
Clearly state
They made chlorine gas. Okay.
that they should never be mixed, and the employee had just begun mopping the entire floor, entirely mixing the two.
So they're going to make the whole
On
restaurant
contact, the
pass
chemicals
out?
fused into a bubbling green explosion. They created a dangerous, foaming, toxic mixture that began pumping out lethal gas at high doses. The fumes spread instantly. Employees began coughing, their eyes burning, and their lungs felt like they caught on
my
fire.
God.
One by one, people ran for the exit, but the floor was already slick with danger. That's when the manager of the building acted fast and grabbed a squeegee. He wasn't thinking about himself. He was only thinking about his team and his customers. He ran out to the floor and began pushing the toxic sludge toward a drain, trying to contain it before more people could get injured. But, unfortunately, the fumes overwhelmed him. His chest tightened, his lungs burned, and within moments, he completely collapsed.
Died due to employee negligence, bro.
Co-workers and bystanders tried desperately to get him outside, but the fumes were too strong. By the time they got to him, it was already too late. 13 people were hospitalized that day, and tragically, the only one who didn't make it out was the manager. The McDonald's incident. It was the early hours of a Sunday morning in Lima, Peru. At a McDonald's in the Pueblo Libre district, the kitchen crew was wrapping up another long, grueling shift. A young 19-year-old woman and her 18-year-old boyfriend were finishing up that night. The two had plans to attend college, and they were both saving up heavily to continue their studies.
Are you telling me all this because they didn't make it? Is that what you're prepping me for?
Unfortunately enough, this night would ensure that they didn't ever see that dream.
There we go.
According to police, the 19-year-old was cleaning a soda machine when it delivered a strong electric shock. Her body jolted violently, not being able to handle the voltage. Gabriel panicked.
And the boyfriend tried to touch
save her, he quickly dropped what he was doing and rushed in to help. But the moment he touched her, the same current began surging through him too. Sadly, it immediately finished him. By the time emergency responders arrived, both of the employees were already done for. Reports surfaced that the 19-year-old had complained about being forced to clean equipment without proper gloves or boots, while also complaining of being pushed into 12-hour shifts without adequate safety gear.
Wow.
Tina's burritos.
Why would you touch her? He didn't know what was happening. That felt like literally something out of a cartoon. Literally, like it's something you see in a cartoon. You're like, oh, that can never happen in real life. That's what that looked like.
It was just another night in Vernon, California, a strange industrial pocket just south of downtown Los Angeles. The kind of place with only a couple hundred residents, but sprawling with massive factories that keep the city supplied. One of those factories is Tina's Burritos, a plant
Okay.
that's been churning
Do y'all
out
know what
frozen
Tina's? Do y'all know Tina's Burritos? Do y'all know who this is? What this is?
burritos for over 40 years,
Oh wow.
producing nearly 1 million burritos per day.
Oh wow.
But on this night, the factory floor turned into the scene of a nightmare. At around 9 p.m., a 19-year-old custodian was tasked with tending to the plant's massive meat grinder. The contraption was full with burrito meat and was waiting to be cleaned, and so, as expected to by his job, he began climbing into the inside of the machine to clean it. In this case, the burrito meat grinding machine was not locked, nor was it secure. It's still unclear as to whether an item fell and caused the machine to turn on, or if an employee decided to try to make another batch of burrito meat. But
They
unfortunately,
don't even know why it turned on.
while the 19-year-old was inside of the machine cleaning out the meat, he would hear the industrial mechanism slowly power up and lock into place. The man panicked and shouted for the machine to be turned off, but his cries fell on deaf ears. Once fully turned on, the machine began grinding. His screams echoed across the factory, finally grasping the attention of workers who then rushed to stop the machine.
That's absolutely terrifying.
But by the time it finally shut down, there was nothing anyone could do.
Oh my gosh.
Paramedics and firefighters arrived, but the scene was already unspeakable. The young man's fate was already sealed. Unfortunately, he was gone in a way too dreadful to describe.
Oh my
The plant shut down immediately. OSHA investigators arrived, and like similar tragedies before, first responders were faced with the grim task of recovering what was left of his body. The process nearly took an hour for them to complete. Life wasn't always like this. There was a time where we didn't have a Whataburger or McDonald's, but rather just nuts, berries, and whatever else we could find to eat that day.
You're right.
Nowadays, you have access to places like these for a quick meal if you're in a rush.
Yeah. What?
Fast food is extremely unhealthy, and you should never make it a habit to eat it. But if you do find yourself at one of the stores, have patience with the employees. It's a grueling industry to work in. With no further ado, have a happy day.
That felt like a random disclaimer that kind of felt off topic. RIP to everyone in this video, bro. That just had to go on a terrible way. And a meat grinder is insane, and no one even knows why it turned on. And considering it took forever for some people to turn it off, like something else turned it on. That's insane. The chlorine gas is crazy. The vending machine shocking you? That's so whack. Because why is the vending machine shocking me? I'm supposed to clean this and it shocks me, bro? That's so whack, bro. Thank you, Talking Hat, for the wonderful video.